What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Eddie J. I'm here shooting a video at the crib. As you can see, I got my new little mic set up, so pretty dope, pretty excited. I'm shooting this one right here on my phone because the camera on here is way better than the camera that's on my wife's laptop. It's a little old, I guess I haven't been keeping up with the latest technologies as much as I probably should, but you know what? Watch me come into the future as well as I continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to prosper. And I hope that you guys are all doing the same thing for yourself and for your family and for your future generations. So definitely a pleasure to have you guys on the line. Keep it brief today. I didn't really want to jump on here for too much. I just had this new mic that I tried to get on last night, and I was like, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" And I was actually live because I had no clue that you can actually just go live. I thought you had to get to 1,000 subscribers because that's what it says within the phone app. So I thought that's just how it was. And I guess that's not the case. So I was like, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" And somebody had actually came on while I had went live, and he said, "Yeah," he gave me a thumbs up. So I was like, "I appreciate that." And then the one guy, somebody commented and he said, "Man, I thought you knew." Nah, man, your boy is special ed, and I had no clue. That's funny because my wife and them, they treat me like I'm slow sometimes and stuff, but it's cool though. But I guess my wife says I don't have common sense, but I don't want to have common sense because common sense produces common results, and I don't want common results. I want phenomenal results, and you should want phenomenal results as well, guys. So I want to give a shout out to all my special ed folks in the building. Come on, clap for my special ed folks. That's right. All my special ed, my wife clapping in the back for me. Okay, because you got your special husband. That's right. That man has a special education. A special education, okay? Tell you a little bit about my background as well. I was in special ed for from third grade all the way to 12th grade. Now I'm telling y'all, I had recess the whole time. Everybody give it up for that. I had recess the whole time. Come on. Yeah, your boy had recess the whole time, man. So while y'all was in there learning chemistry and stuff like that, I was working on my jump shot. I was shaking all the extra guys that was out there. You know what I mean? They come to school, they had the metal detector and everything. But the school was like a hallway. It was the size of a hallway. It was in a community school. So I met some special individuals there, man. But it was dope, man, growing up and learning and coming from where I come from. Um, One of the biggest things that I would tell people, honestly, is you have to find the source of your own power. Okay, because once you find the source of your own power, they can't take it from you. Okay, so your goals have to be to get the gold, and the gold is in your mind. So you have to really find a way to unlock your mind so that you can get to the gold that's within it. Okay, that's why a lot of people, when I see people that are super creative, sometimes a lot of times people are super creative, but they don't know how to monetize their creativity. Monetizing your creativity takes a lot. You got to be a business person. So that's why you see a lot of manipulation in business when you look at like the record business back in the day and how these artists would have this phenomenal talent, but they had no managerial skills. They had no money skills. They didn't know how much they should be making. They didn't know anything about royalties and all that type of stuff. So as you grow and educate yourself and you learn those different things as well, you'll understand that how businesses work, how systems work, and how you should work to create your profit. So I'm super excited. I got my guy Prophet, 215 out of Philly. That's my guy. I actually served together. So when we were both in the military, I was his sergeant. We both had went to Afghanistan. So shout out to my guy, man. He does battle rap out there in Philly and stuff. He dad does a lot of stuff. Has a clothing line. He and his wife. So definitely proud of him. Excuse me. He just had a little son. I call him Benji. You know what I mean? So it's a dope man. Got two daughters. Beautiful, 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 beautiful life, beautiful dude, man. So you're definitely gonna see him come on with me as well as we talk about different stuff. As far as different businesses that you can get into, there's several ways to make a profit, and you just got to figure out which one works for you. Me myself, as a service connected disabled veteran, like I have issues with my back and stuff like that. I can't really carry a bunch of heavy stuff. So those are the things I had to start factoring in as I started making my decision toward like what am I going to be able to do transitioning from the military. So it's kind of weird that I actually got into pressure washing because I told you my two of my lessons was fuel and water, and I'm sitting there like I remember being in AIT after I got out of boot camp, and I remember our drill sergeant, he was saying, oh, and if you don't know what AIT is, that's advanced individual training. So that's where you go to learn your job, your MOS, when you go to the military, to the army. And I was like, hey, so like, what can I do with this MOS when I get out? He's like, you ain't gonna make no goddamn money with this private. If you want, he said, that's what he said. He's like, what you going? I was like, so what can you do when you get out? He's like, be a gas attendant or something. You ain't gonna make no goddamn money. So that was just the mindset, and that's what he was telling me. So I was just like, man, it's probably really no money in doing this. And then I had my other most was water and stuff like that. I actually kind of liked water. I guess I could have worked at like a water treatment facility or some type of um, petroleum supply, driving trucks or something like that. I could have did either one of those things. But coming out of the military, you don't jobs just really don't interest you as much because you tired of somebody telling you what to do, where to be. And the military pays fairly decent and stuff like that. Like when you come out there, you'll be comfortable and you'll be set. So to come out and then make like almost a third of what you were making in the military, that's a hard pill to swallow as well too, man. You're trying to figure it out in your mind and figure out how you're going to create a profit for your family. And I saw that as a kid. I remember seeing the people that I saw with money would be people like hood people that like hood niggas got that sell drugs and stuff like that. I saw them be successful. I knew like when I would go to my doctor's office or my dentist's office, I would see nice cars, so I knew that those people were successful. You see like lawyers and stuff like that on TV and all that. You think that those people make money. But I was like, school just was never something that interested me at all. Like I couldn't stand school. So this whole time I remember being in school. I actually went to school, back to school, and actually once I had graduated, I had went and got my associate's degree in business, and then I had went back to school for business again because I always kind of knew I wanted to be in business. And I remember being bored in those classes, except for when they would teach me like the business classes and the marketing classes, business law. Those would be interesting, but all the other classes like just regular math or regular, I wasn't even interested in that in the slightest. Like in the slightest, I didn't want nothing to do with that type of stuff because my whole objective was like figuring out how do I get paid, how do I make money and stuff, you know what I mean? And I see business owners, I always seen a business, somebody that owned a business, you typically had the car they wanted, they can buy stuff. And I remember even when I was on like the football teams, like this one guy would like buy us like cheesesteaks sometimes and stuff like that. Now I know that's just like a business write-off. But like you see that they had the money to do that whenever they could sponsor stuff and do stuff like that. So it was just dope, man. But blessed and thankfully I had met my big brother who was my mentor. I would say probably when I was like 18 or something like that. Met him in network marketing, man, and he introduced me to personal development and Jim Rohn and all those different people, Les Browns. And he wasn't one of those people that was just listening to the information. I could see at that time how hungry this guy was because if I was about 18, 19, he was probably, how much older is Ryan than me? About 3 years. 3 years. So let's just say he's like 22. He's 22, and he was in the military as well. So think about this. He's 22. He actually, yeah, he had just got out the military. His wife is still in the military, so he has that full time income right there. But he was just a full time, just straight entrepreneur, and it was real tough for him. He had a real, you know what I mean, because he was really out there grinding from the bottom. I'm talking, I would be with this dude. When I say that this dude would prospect every and anybody, this dude was listening to personal development, like really training his mind, and then to watch him go through it and get to the levels that he got to, it really was like, God, dog, man, this is like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. I remember you just be out there, you're like, man, I'm just trying to make $200 a day. And I'm like, yo, man, $200 a day? What? You know what I'm saying? Like, it seemed like it was a lot of money back then. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, I will be straight with that too. And then, he was really trying to get that $100,000 ringer. And he was back in prepaid legal days. If anybody's familiar with prepaid legal, man. But this dude, I mean, I had ended up leaving and going to the military for myself. So we hadn't been in touch for a few years. So then a few years ago, I had I think I found his wife on Facebook, right? And she had then I friend requested him, and then as soon as I friend requested him, he asked me for my number, and we got back connected. So it was real dope, man, to see. That was like the first like black dude. He was a black dude from Louisiana that I saw that was out there going out there being successful, like and it was entrepreneur stuff. You know what I'm saying, like. And personal development, I had never been introduced to personal development and what that idea of personal development is and what that what personal development does for you as a person. You know what I mean? Mentally, just makes you more aware, It makes you sharper. It makes you more focused, and it allows you to really start to focus on the things that you want and how to start attacking the things that you want to do, and reading the books that you want to read and listening to the audios that you want to listen to, because you're trying to shape and form your mind, and you got to get rid of some of the BS rules that you've heard before. I got another book. I'll pull a book out. Let me go grab this book real quick. So my big brother Ryan would always give me books. Now I tell you what, I absolutely hate to read, yo. I hate reading. I don't like to read. Now I can read personal development books, but I definitely prefer audios and stuff like that, right? But he gave this is one of the books he gave me, right? And this is The Code of the Extraordinary Mind. And I'm not going to try to pronounce my guy's name at all. I'm not. But if you got Audible, or if you can find it on YouTube, I think they have a version on YouTube, but it's not with the author speaking, so it throws it off. But with the author speaking, I think he does a phenomenal job. He's the founder of Mind Valley. It's a dope book because it really helps you break some of the constructs in your thinking and stuff like that. And he talks about the rules, which are the bullshit rules that we all become accustomed to believing in and listening to, and thinking that, oh, money doesn't grow on trees, and just when it actually does, man. Hey, if you're looking at how money, if we're talking about fiat currency, they can just inject trillions of dollars into the economy at any time they want to when it comes to just using fiat and stuff like that. And people are working hard for money and stuff like that, but they print money, man. They print money. So you got to really understand assets. You know what I'm saying? But this book right here, The Code of the Extraordinary Mind, it'll really get you into the mindset of just like shifting your paradigm and living life on your own terms, on your terms. How do you want to live? You know what I mean? How much do you want to make? How hard do you want to work? You know what I mean? All those different things, man. You just come to a point where you create from the inner world, the outer world that you want to live in and stuff like that. Because all that other stuff, all the other factors that are going to be going on, they're going to be happening, whether you're involved in those or not. But you definitely want to be involved in things that are going to be pivotal in you profiting and your family profiting and you being able to excel and go to that next level. So take on the challenge. You only got one life, one opportunity. Do not miss your chance to blow. It's your boy Eddie J, and I got to go. See you guys next time. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Have a great one.